consciousness and he faints. So let us all read the Quran every time, every day, so that the shaitan will continue to faint. Maybe one day he'll have a stroke and he'll never wake up. And did you also know that when you're about to forward this message to the next person, shaitan is going to discourage you. But forward it anyway and don't let him stop you. Ameen. So the person gets this text message and his niyyah is to send off the khayr. That's his niyyah. He wants you to read the Quran. Our Khala wants us to read the Quran. That's why she sent this. But now the question is, when I get a text message like this as a Muslim, I have to ask myself, does shaitan get a headache? And if he does, where is that at? And does shaitan collapse? And does he faint? And does he have heart attacks and strokes? And does he have arthritis? The Muslim has to ask himself those types of questions and not be so quick to say, it sounds good, and you send it off. And you send it off. Because our religion is based upon proofs, based upon what the Quran is saying, what the Sunnah is saying, what those companions understood. So you just can't take the Quran and the Sunnah and say, this is a proof. But the Quran and the Sunnah that you're taking as dalil, you have to make sure that the companions understood that dalil the way you're understanding it. So did those companions ever believe that the Prophet ﷺ was omnipresent at all times? No. So you can't believe that. You can't take an ayat supporting that. And there are too many ayat. Allah mentioned in the Quran about Zakaria and Maryam. He said to the Prophet ﷺ, مَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يُلْقُونَ أَقْلَامَهُمْ أَيُّهُمْ يَكْفُرُ مَرْيَمْ وَمَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ إِذْ يَخْتَصِمُونَ. You were not there, Muhammad. You were not there, Ya Muhammad. When Bani Israel saw that Maryam was from the awliya of Allah, a lot of things were happening with her. Mu'jizat were happening. All of the men wanted to be responsible for her. Everyone wanted to have her kafala, be her kafil, her wakil. Everyone wanted her. So they started arguing. They said, okay, let's draw lots. Whoever's lot comes out the shortest or the longest, he'll be the one who'll take care of her. And it turned out to be the lot of her uncle Zakaria, so he took care of Maryam. The point is that Allah Azza wa Jalla said to the Prophet twice in this ayah, مَا كُنْتَ لَدَيْهِمْ. You were not there when this thing happened. Instead he said, ذَلِكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الْغَيْبِ نُوحِيهِ إِلَيْكَ. That's from the unseen that we have revealed to you. If we didn't reveal it to you, you wouldn't have known. So how could the Prophet ﷺ be hazir, nazir? And Allah is mentioned in so many ayahs of the Quran, he wasn't there for this, he wasn't there for that, he wasn't there for this, he wasn't there for that. Yawm al-Qiyamah, from what we have to believe in, ikhwani, is we have to believe in the hawd of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His pool. His pool. His pool is different from the Kawthar. The Kawthar, inna ataynaka al-Kawthar, that is a river that's in Jannah. And from that water, it goes into the pool of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yawm al-Qiyamah, the people will come to drink from that pool. And every Nabi has a pool. Inna li kulli nabiyyin hawda. Every Nabi, everyone, they have a pool. Everyone. The Prophet's pool, part of your aqeedah is to believe in this. If someone asked you, describe to me the pool of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Some people never even heard of the pool. Some people think that the pool and the Kawthar are two of the same thing. They're two different things. But his pool, very quickly, has many descriptions. From the descriptions is that it is square. It's square. It's not round. It's not oval. It's square. He said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, zawayahu sawa. Its corners are the same. So it has to be corners, so it's square. To get from one distance to the other, in terms of the length or the width, takes a month to travel from here to there, a month to travel from there to there. He said about that pool, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, about the cups, aniyatuhu adadun nujum. The number of cups that people use to drink from it are like the number of the stars in the sky. And that's because he has a lot of followers who will be drinking from that hole. May Allah make us of those people. He said about the liquid of the hole. And you know, the ulama of hadith, the salaf of this ummah, In the books that they used to write about Aqidah, they used to put this issue in all of those books. It's from the usul of the Sunnah, and the person doesn't even know anything about it. He said about the water itself, مَاؤُهُ أَشَدُّ بَيَادًا مِنَ الثَّلْجِ. And in the narration, مِنَ اللَّبَنِ. The water that you drink from, it is sweet, or it is whiter than the color of the snow or the milk. Another characteristic of the whole Ikhwani is that the taste of the water is sweeter than honey. Now the honey here is not the honey in Morrison's, it's the real honey. I keep telling you all the time, the honey in Morrison is not the honey of the Quran. It's the real honey in Islam. So if you go to Morrison's and you make honey and tea and you want to get well from that honey, if you do become well, that honey is a placebo. You know, if someone is sick and he goes to the doctor and the doctor gives him a aspirin or something, he takes it. Sometimes the doctor gives him sugar and he gets well because he thinks psychologically he's being given something that's going to help. If that happens to you, you take that honey from Morrison's and you eat it, take it, and it fixes up your cold, that's a placebo, because they took away a lot of the medicinal value of the honey the way they make it. Anyway, the honey, the taste of the water is as sweet as honey. The point of all of that, Ikhwani, is from the descriptions of the Prophet's oath is that there are angels who are around it, who protect it. And when the people come to drink from the that fountain, the angels are going to stop some people. The Prophet will get involved and say, they're my followers, they're from my ummah. The angels will say to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you don't know what they introduced in your religion after you. You don't know what your community introduced in your religion after you. If the Prophet of Islam sallallahu alaihi wasallam was Hazir Nazir everywhere all the time, it wouldn't have been right for the angels to say that, because he knows everything. He's everywhere. How can he not know? So that's from the many proofs and dalils that he is not present. As a matter of fact, he gave Bushra. The ayah said he is Shahid and he is Mubashir. Mubashir is the one who gives glad tidings. The Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam has given glad tidings to everybody here, that if you die on Tawheed and you don't make shirk with Allah, that you're going to go to Jannah. That's a Bushra. If you die on Tawheed, if you have Tawheed and you're a human being with Tawheed, you're going to have safety and you're going to be protected. الذين آمنوا ولم يلبسوا إيمانهم بالظلم أولئك لهم الأمن وهم مهتدون. Those people who believe and they don't mix their iman with shirk, those are the ones who have safety and those are the ones who are rightly guided. He has iman, he believes in Allah, but he also believes that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Hazir Nazir. He knows the ilm al-ghayb. He believes in Allah, but he mixed that iman up with showing off. He believes in Allah Azza wa Jalla, but he believes in magic, he believes in the horoscope, and other than that. So those people who have the pure, total, absolute Tawheed, the Prophet is a Mubashir. He'll give you glad tidings, Yawm al-Qiyamah, that you're going to go to Jannah. يُثَبِّتُ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا بِالْقَوْلِ الثَّابِتِ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ وَيُضِلُّ اللَّهُ الظَّالِمِينَ وَيَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Allah will establish, he gives you the glad tidings. The Nabi is Mubashir, he'll give you glad tidings that when you're in your grave and the two angels, Munkar and Nakir, they come, they sit the person up, they say, who's your Lord, what's your religion, what do you have to say about that man who came? He'll give you the Bushra, he's Mubashir, that you'll answer correctly and you're going to be okay. But again, the other one who doesn't know who his Lord is, he doesn't know if Rasulullah is his Lord, he doesn't know if Ali ibn Abi Talib is his Lord, he doesn't know if the Shaykh in the grave is his Lord. So when he's in the grave and the angels say to him, who is your Lord? Man Rabbuka? He'll say, I don't know. I believe in Allah, but I also believe in this other stuff as well, this hocus pocus nonsense. That's not from our religion. You ask my mother, who's your Lord? She's going to say,